Oh wait, that's not gonna do. Ads. Yeah, because my subscription went up.
Thwart me per the platypus.
Yeah, especially because you basically stopped streaming within the last little while. Odd.
You have been affiliate
Testing. There we go.
since 2022.
Nice.
May of 2022.
So, yeah, I guess it would have almost been 3 years then. What was I gonna say? Tiramisu. So, like, I'm not gonna get Tirani anymore because it's American and I can't find a Canadian alternative, so I guess I'm going back to International Delight. But I was like, before the whole thing, I wanted to get a couple Tirani just to try them, because then, you know, if things go normal, I might go back to Tirani, although I'm doubtful. And tiramisu is really fucking good. I didn't think it would be good because it's a coffee cake. But it's actually super good. Okay. God, I want to listen to that fucking song again. I'm mad. Yeah. It's been stuck in my head and, like, in a good way, which never happens. I never have good songs stuck in my head anymore. Do you have any music you want specifically for this, Dev, or do you want me to just do my own thing?
I mean, aside from, like, this one track from Steins Gate that I don't remember the name of, but I can find, I don't really have...
Will it get the VOD muted?
I don't know. It's from a visual novel.
Probably not, but if you're unsure, maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. The Gates of Finis is some good shit. Some psychopath decided to do the Gates of Finis with just Primrose.
Max level, I'm assuming.
I have no idea. She's a fucking... Shut up. She's the War Master.
Okay.
I actually am curious what her level looks like.
In case any of you people that aren't streaming want to listen to the song I had in mind.
Jesus. Well, she's strong enough that Winhild's battle cry at Mac is doing enough to... Well, actually, these are the 8 preamble fights, so... she is at... Yeah, she's at the max level.
Yeah.
That tracks.
I can't imagine you could solo it with any character that isn't max level.
Yeah, no. It's barely possible to do at the max level. Fuck Galdera. God, that gif is gonna give me a headache. I have to stop looking at it.
The swaying?
Yeah, it's gonna give me, like, vertigo. Game. There it is. I have to reset it every time now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the D&D supplement. We have another one. Today we're in a dream. Also, I didn't make this map. That's why it looks different.
Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream.
Sweetheart. I had to learn that for jazz club once, and I hated it because I knew the Cars version, and we weren't doing the Cars version, and so I had to relearn the whole song. Okay, let's go. Also, Jeremy, make sure to double check your sheet to make sure it's all correct.
Okay.
The only thing is, like, you can't rage because there is no mask here, which all of you would notice right away. Hey, look who it is! You haven't seen him since chapter 2, but I'm sure you all recognize him. Except for
Fellow
Nancy.
nerd.
Where's my muscles?
Okay. So yeah, if that's you could say that. So Yuriko, I think I stated at the end of the last episode right away, like, you only went lucid
Game
when
is
you
paused.
saw these two because you were aware you see them and you're like, they're not supposed to be here. I must be dreaming. And you probably clued into that very quickly. The other thing that I couldn't visualize is that Nancy looks slightly different. Instead of her eyes being the usual cloudy white, they're more of a muddier brownish. Like, they're still glazed over like they are, but they're more of a muddy brown than the cloudy than they are. Other than that, Asmodai looks the same, and Jeremy looks human, which is probably super weird.
Game is paused.
Okay, but seriously,
Oh,
where's
yeah.
Vis?
You say that, Nancy looks at you, and, her eyes narrow, and she says, I guess he didn't make it. It's hardly my fault. I can't control eldritch people. If he didn't want to approach this, it's not my problem.
As soon as Yuriko notices that Nancy's eyes are like a different color, she's gonna wave her hand in front of Nancy's face to see if Nancy can see it.
Yeah, the moment you do that, she sort of, like, puts her head back and blinks a bit, and she says, thank you. Why are you doing that?
You can see.
That's a generous way of putting it. I can see better than I can in real life, which is to say I can see it all. But it's very blurry. I should say I'm only half asleep right now. Dreams are liminal. The world out there doesn't apply to the world in here. Which is probably why Jeremy is the way he looks right now. And... no, she wouldn't say that. That's mean. That's just mean-spirited. She wouldn't say that. I was thinking of a mean thing she could say, and then I was like, nah, Nancy doesn't give a fuck.
So this is what you look like before the mask. And
You knew that already.
Yuriko's gonna be like poking at Jeremy's muscles.
You met this version of Jeremy back in chapter 2 very briefly.
Very briefly though.
Yeah. Now she's like, oh, we're in a dream. I'm gonna poke you.
Yes, that's my arm. Thank you. Is she always like this?
You would know better than I would. You've been traveling
Yeah,
with
why
her
are
all
you
this
asking?
time.
So yeah, she's always like this.
As this happens, you two can notice as, you three, sorry, notice briefly. Nancy doesn't see it, but I think all three of you, especially Mr. Godly Perception over there, notices two
Yeah.
very familiar looking people, come out here. Along with, oh, did you import the others? Yes, you did.
I imported my parents.
Oh, I love them. They're cute. I love them. Okay, yeah.
Asmodai is just gonna look in that direction and say, so which one's real, Yuriko?
I.
Oh no, let me test. And I start poking Yuriko.
Is this gonna become a poking war?
Yuriko like pulls her own cheeks apart and sticks her tongue out. Makes a
I
funny face.
Fucking love Yurika so much.
Yeah, that's the real one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I could have told you that much. Oh, shoot. I don't have your document pinned anywhere, so I don't have all the details exact. And she says, come on. A minute in here is seconds wasted out there, and I'm sure that one is antsy for us to get out there and save the girlfriend. The sooner we're into it, the sooner we're out of it.
Yes, please. Let's get this done fast.
Antsy motherfucker. I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying, like, that's exactly how I would feel. So, Yuriko, I think you know exactly what this night is. You remember this night quite not fondly, that's not the word.
As Yuriko gets closer, she starts to remember the specifics of what happened here. Namely, her and Niseko sneaking out to watch this ritual from inside the shed.
Yeah. So, Nancy is approaching, and as she gets closer, she sort of puts a hand out to say, you should stop, except So, you two wouldn't know this one, but I think... No, what? Actually, both of you roll me a history check, but with disadvantage. Not
Alright.
Yuriko. Because Yuriko, that would be a stupid check to make you make.
A check that I made Parsa make in our previous game.
Really?
Yeah, in that game, I was like, Parsa, roll history to see if you know who your father is.
Did he succeed?
I don't remember.
Okay,
Who's
yeah,
this
both
old
of you.
man?
Both of you don't. Both of you failed. I was basically. You know what? I'll also have Nancy roll it, although I'm pretty sure she's also going to. She rolled higher than both of you combined, so. I think she's like somewhat aware, and she says, exactly what is going on here, if you could explain it to me. Yuriko?
Say, we're doing a ritual. Shujin's magic has been affecting Kamigakure for years, and we were trying to drive it back piece by piece. But sometimes things would take a turn for the worse, and Yuriko's gonna, like, shiver and look down.
As you say that, all three of Yuriko, of Jeremy, Asmodai, and Nancy, you hear this, like, almost static sound. Yuriko, you're not aware of it. And you feel like a shift in the air around you, and Nancy sort of just goes, and this is why I brought you two along. And she turns around, and behind you is... How did you do the effect of sepia?
So if you go into Compendium Packs, there should be a thing that says Token Magic Portfolio. Number...
Yeah, got it.
Number 8, Old Film.
Okay, how to activate? Put it in features?
You have to select the character you want to do it to. You click on it, and then you click on Old Film, and then you click Execute Macro.
Cool.
No, you have to from the Token Magic Portfolio. Yeah.
I did it. Yeah, I got it. Don't worry.
Yep. Okay.
It looks staticky. I'd say if Yuriko looked where Nancy's looking, she wouldn't see it. You two see it, though.
Holy shit!
Mm-hmm. And this is why I needed to bring some fighters along.
Could have warned us ahead of time.
She kind of raises an eyebrow and says, would you have joined me if I warned you ahead of time?
Probably not, but it would have been nice.
You say probably not, and she sort of waves her hand like, case in point. She approaches the two of you and she says, subconsciously, she's already aware of what she's going to see. This is a defense mechanism to prevent that from happening. And that's why I need you two to keep these things back while I force her to see the truth. Can you handle that for me?
Yeah, as best as we can.
Yay, D&D Psychonauts!
Yay! It's not gonna be that easy. This dude's tough. He's not gonna be the only one, but with that, I want all of you to roll me initiative, but we're gonna handle combat in a weird way, so just give me a second while I try to...
Hell yeah.
Boop.
Damn it.
I want this thing to roll initiative. It will not.
I rolled a 6.
I don't remember
Right
how to
click on
add
it.
things to the initiative order.
Right click on the token. Cross swords to toggle combat state.
There, got it.
And now you can roll it on the initiative tracker. There you go.
Okay, so I'm also, no, Nancy's gonna be handled on your turn, Yuriko. So let me just change the music. That's definitely copywritten. Hang on. As good as that music is, we need that. Yeah, that works. Alright. Let's go. Okay, so the first turn is actually Yuriko. So, Yuriko, you can't see this creature that these two have turned to face. Why did you croissant emoji me?
Because Nye said...
Oh, gotcha. So, Yuriko, you are basically Nancy just kind of, not genuflex, that's not the word I'm looking for. She sort of, like, ignores whatever she was just talking about and looks forward to your father, who you see beginning this, ritual. I don't think, these two wouldn't have gotten any closer, would they have? Or would they have? They weren't a part of this ritual, they simply watched as their father attempted it, right? Your father, not their.
Yeah, so they were hiding in the shed, watching from, like, the windows.
Right. Okay, so... But, like, they came out at some point, so... Because they would have been... They wouldn't have been attacked otherwise.
Essentially, one of them made a noise.
Okay, so I'll just put them in here then. Even though that's the
Yeah.
patio, it's fine. So... Here's how I want to handle your turn, Yuriko. I want you to handle me with a... Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oto-san. That's not the word. That's for whatever. Doesn't matter.
No, that's correct.
Oh, hey, on your turn, I want you to roll me both a history check first, and then I will, if you fail, depending on what you roll, which you didn't, I was gonna have you roll a constitution's, or no, regardless, if you succeeded, sorry, I want you to roll me a con save.
Okay.
And I want to make it clear that all damage done in this fight will not count towards the next chapter, because the next chapter is going to be very combat heavy.
Awesome.
With a 5, however, you do fail, and I will. You do take damage. I'm going to make you. Hang on.
Psychic damage.
Yes, you take 4 psychic damage because you only have so much HP. Jesus.
Yep.
2 Yurikos, yeah, but one of them is 9, and the other one is 19, so we're good.
If you die in the dream, you die in real life.
You take that damage as you suddenly, like, there is something in you that is immediately saying, you need to leave. As in, you don't need to see this. You already know what happened this night. It's very simple. It's a very basic memory that's like, you already know. You don't have to be here. There's something in the back of your head that is saying that, and that is the damage that you have taken. As Nancy sort of just takes your hand and starts walking closer.
Yeah, it's like, we need to run, we need to get out, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
As Nancy sort of approaches, can you describe to me what your father is doing before I move on to the next turn?
Essentially it involves, like, going around the ritual circle, placing different components in different quantities. Some of them are, like, pinches of salt, or, like, the blood of a butchered animal or something like that.
Gotcha.
And he's just, like, making sure that the sigils are drawn correctly, as well as he's reading certain chants from a book.
Gotcha. Okay. So you two are watching this as I move the turn over to Jeremy. Jeremy, right away, you feel, as this creature approaches, you suddenly feel a little heavier, and you realize, everything you have in the real world is miraculously in your pockets.
Just a dream. Just a dream. Just a dream.
I'm gonna be real, every time I turn Jeremy back into a normal human, I forget how much of a fucking coward he is.
Let's get this over with! And he
Yay!
charges at the creature.
I'm wondering if you would have the Lord's Bane in this fight. I feel bad taking it away from you right after you got it. No, you'll have it. You can have it. It'll just be, like, weaker. Go. Yeah, that hits this thing. This thing's got a beefy armor class. It's not that bad. Yeah. Alright.
I instantly regret this decision.
I mean, you did get into him. You did a lot of...
Yeah.
Your sword, I should state, I made it do a stupid amount of damage.
Turn end.
Oh, yes. Pass the turn over to Asmo.
How tall is...
Why is it
the
only raining
Oni?
where the Oni is standing? It's not. He's in sepia tone.
He's got an old film grain effect on him.
How tall is the Oni?
He's giant sized, so huge.
He's somewhere between, 6 and 10 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna try and get onto his back.
Okay. So I guess that would be a acrobatics check?
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, No, I'm not gonna contest that, because that's... You're bigger than it. I assume you get up behind it and try and jump up on him.
Yes.
So I'll put you here.
Okay. And then what I'm gonna try and do is take my black cloak and just wrap it around his face.
Okay. Yeah, that one I'm gonna say is a contested grapple check, so you roll strength, I roll strength.
Oh, fuck.
Nope.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh, my rules are public. I don't want it to be. I want it to be private GM roll. Jesus. He's somewhere between my height and Goliath's height. Yeah, true. Yeah, no, as you do that, it kind of rides around as you do that. Not rides, but, you can't get a grip on it as he just fucking very easily pushes you off his face with your cloak. Is that your turn?
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah. Alright, so you're gonna roll me another strength check. Oh no! Oh no! Also, hang on, he's not actually moving, I just literally can't grab you unless I move him. Yeah, he picks you up from there, and he throws you, I'm gonna say that distance, which is like 5, 10, 15, 20 feet off. And I'll say with that, you'll take... when you hit the ground, I'll roll a die for that.
So, you know the fall damage rules?
No?
When you're falling, you fall instantly straight down, 1d6 every 10 feet that you fall.
That's
And it's up to you.
5d6.
Huh?
That'd be
Well, if it's
5d6 if
straight
I...
down.
Well, straight
It's
down,
straight
but I'm not
down.
throwing you straight down. I'm throwing you 20 feet away from him.
Yeah.
So... I'm gonna treat it as if it were vertical, because otherwise...
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, that's more than I would have done, but... You hit the ground at 15 and take 15 bludgeoning damage.
Remember, for every 10 feet, not every 5 feet.
Oh, my bad. Well, then it'd be... Okay. I'll add 5 back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, not doing that again.
Okay, so let's see. You do not... It does have multi-attack. Woo! Ah! And then... Oh, that hits you, Jeremy. You watch as it takes up its glaive, and it slices it across you for holy shit. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. No, you don't lose that damage. Jeremy does. It goes through you, literally, like, through your torso, but it doesn't tear you in half, because it's a dream, and you take 18 slicing damage.
Oh, fuck, I'm so glad this is a dream.
Yuriko, make me another history check.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, it's a good thing your history is so high. This will be done in no time. Yeah, so your father finishes setting up this ritual. Oh, yeah, wait, no, make me another con save.
Beep boop.
What did you roll last time for your con save?
Or
Yeah,
like a 5 or something.
This one you succeeded, because I'm gonna treat them like death saving throws.
Wait, if I fail 3 of them, do I die?
No, I'm not killing you again, not after chapter 2. We already went through this. Once again, you hear that voice, but it's much less, now that Nancy's kind of taken you by the hand forward, you can't hear it as well. It's almost like she's pushing that thought back for you. As your father finishes setting this up and, truly begins this ritual. And remind me, he's attempting to, like, basically not fix it, but patch some of the damage that's been done.
Yeah, essentially, he's using magic to, like, dispel a bunch of Shujin's, like, old magic that's been lingering here for years.
Yes. So as he's chanting, trying to remove, you two note it. You four, I guess, if we're counting Nisako and Yuriko from 10 years ago. You watch as something seemingly... It begins to almost look like it works before, unfortunately, a monster does appear. It seems as though this ritual was once again a failure, as you do recall. You were here that night. It summoned 3, I believe you said.
Yes.
But one basically crawled
it's
out of the ritual spot right away.
It summoned more, it's just 3 of them ended up pursuing the 2 of us.
Yeah. One of the... As they begin... I'm gonna say this one here. What's the word I'm looking for? represents them kind of crawling out of this ritual spot.
Yeah.
And with that, I move the turn over back to Jeremy. So Jeremy, you just got sliced in not actual half.
I can't believe I'm doing this again.
Jeremy, sweetie, it's a dream. You're fine. You hit him. Go. By the way, I want to know, it looks normal. I need to make it clear that when it's being held by big guy Jeremy, big muscly Jeremy, the Lord's Bane looks like a normal greatsword. When it's being held by tiny little nerd Jeremy, that thing
This
looks...
is basically the cleaver from Silent Hill.
Yeah, it looks fucking ridiculous being carried by normal Jeremy. Which is really funny. I really want an image of tiny Jeremy holding a sword that's basically the size of him.
I have the power!
You've hit him. You also have multi-attack. I keep forgetting you have that. Or do you?
He does.
He does.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
not tied to his rage.
I always forget
Yeah,
you have
it's just-
multi-attack. Hello, what's injection?
Hey, join the club.
Yeah, that hits him again. Wow, you're rolling way better than you did last time. Yeah. All right.
Anyway, that's the end of the turn.
Jeremy, not Jeremy, Asmodai, it's you. Oh my god,
Uh,
James, thank you for the Tobuscus reference. Even if Tobuscus sucks, that's my childhood right there. I can swing my sword, son.
So, since I got thrown, am I prone?
Yes, I meant to do that.
Yep.
But you're
And
standing
it's,
anyways, which takes half your movement, so I won't bother.
Okay.
So that took half
Yeah,
your
so-
movement.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna rapier.
You're gonna stab him with your rapier. That hits him. Y'all are rolling so good. I'm so proud of you.
5.
Yeah.
Sneak attack.
Also, yeah, you have sneak attack damage if you want
yeah.
to apply that.
and it's only once. 26.
Holy, whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Sorry.
Sneak attack myself.
No, I'm not trying to give him a short rest. I'm trying to put that back. Yeah, wow, you did a lot. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay, almost hit end combat. This thing is in danger, and it is, Both of you roll me an intelligence saving throw, which is gonna be weird, because I don't think I've ever heard someone do that before. Although I know it's a thing in D&D, because everyone does it. You save. Okay, both of you made it, so neither of you will take damage from this, but you do hear it almost in your... It's like a... Once again, it's like a buzzing noise in the back of your head. You hear it, and you realize it's calling for a reinforcement, because it's seeing you as an intruder in her brain. And much like how Phoenix said, think of it like a sensor in Psychonauts. It's trying to prevent you from, like, causing... There. It's trying to prevent you from, like, prevent... and
Causing
Yuriko
emotional
from
distress.
seeing things. So it summons 2 more from behind. You know what? I will lower their health a little bit down to that so that they're not so overpowering because they're big and tough and big guys. So yeah, and these 2 will also enter the initiative. There we go. But
Oh, what the fuck?
that's its only... It doesn't have a bonus action, and that was its action. So it is gonna end its turn. Asmo. And because it entered that turn, it doesn't. Alright, Yuriko, roll me another one.
Alright.
I'm waiting for you to fail a history check, but you're not gonna. Nah, you're good. Okay, roll me another con save.
My minimum is 11.
I know! Don't worry, I am actually making these these checks harder. It's just you're so high that you're not gonna fail it for a bit. Yeah, you also passed that. So once again, it's like you can't feel it as these things approach. And you, I'm gonna pause the music for this moment. As you realize, you hear a sound that kind of triggers your initial panic. As you remember what happened. Hang on, You hear a sound of the creaking of the floorboards in your thing, and you turn, dreading what you're about to see. The pair of you on the porch have been spotted by the Oni. And you took, you watch as your younger self takes Nisiko's hand, and the pair of you start running. As it's taken notice of you. And Nancy seems to have taken notice of those two as you have. And she pulls you along and she says, we need to follow them, don't we? I thought you would stay put. Apparently I was wrong. And Yuriko. Yeah, no, I'm not going to make you roll anything. What is your response to Nancy basically saying we should follow you two?
We ran as fast as we could. But they ended up cornering us.
Both of you two, Jeremy, Asma, you don't have to. Actually, Jeremy, your perception is 15, right? Both of you.
Let me check.
Yeah, both of you would have a high enough perception to notice these two are moving, and since this thing just called, you should probably follow them and not get too far. But if you want to stay here, you can, because that is the end of Yuriko's turn. And it is now Jeremy.
Asmodai, follow them. I'll hold them off.
Brave boy!
Alright then.
Alright, Jeremy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
I have had enough of people hurting my friends!
Fucking yes! Woo! Oh my god, you crit! That's perfect. Roll me damage. That's gonna be 8. That's 8d6. Holy fuck!
Big boy damage right
you
there.
Basically, you know
Right
what?
there, right there.
I'm gonna round that off, and I'm gonna say you saying that, along with that swing, you slice through this thing, and it just dissipates. It almost like it hadn't, like it was barely holding on as you swing through it. I wanted to round that damage off because you saying that it just vanishes. And you have multi-attack, so if you want to run over to one of these two and do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah! Woo! Jeremy grew a pair of balls. Do it, my friend. This is good shit. That hits him. Roll me your damage.
It would have been so funny if he crit again.
I would have cried. It would have been great, dude.
Come on! You want some too? Play it!
Ah, this is good. You're gonna wake up so stressed and the mask's gonna be like, what the fuck happened to you? What the? I was sitting here waiting for you three fuckers to gain consciousness, and now this dude sounds stressed as shit. Oh, I'm excited. This is great. Yes. Okay. But that would be the end of your turn, I think, so you can't use another bonus action. And it is now this Oni's turn. It also has a glaive, and it is also going to use it on you, because it is mad. Action. Why is the actions wrong? I don't want it. Wow! Okay, yeah, you shouting at this thing caused me to crit fail, so you're fine. It does have multi-attack, so it's gonna try again. And miss again. Jeremy, you're pretty good at it. Roll me Arcana.
Okay.
You put the fear.
Or
of the
sorry, not
mask into
Arcana. Whatever. I'll use the
dreams.
18. That works because I meant something else. You know this. You're friends with. Also, I absolutely am losing it over the emojis that James put in because I know exactly what he's talking about. I think Jeremy, you're not as versed with subliminal magic as you are with like, you know, artifacts and shit that Lavinia showed you. Something is wrong when these things just miss you after you shout that. It's almost as if the brain is re-registering what you are. Because, and I think you'd realize, like, up to this point, Yuriko has seen you, Jeremy, all of one time. And that was right before you tore a demigod apart.
True.
So, it's only just now, subconsciously, she's like, oh, this is the Jeremy that I'm friends with. It's not that big fleshy monster. So it's almost like her brain is sort of like trying to determine if you're actually a threat, or if you're just here and it's unsure why you're present in this memory that you have no business being in. Because it missed you twice, and that's the end of its turn. And now it's Asmo.
That's what I was just gonna say. You're fucking terrifying, even without the mask.
Woo!
Go.
Making me think of Celeste and not in a pleasant way? Good. Alright, and now it's this one, and it's gonna try and attack you as well, Jeremy. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah.
My headcanon is that Jeremy has some suppressed anger issues,
Yeah, I can imagine.
which is sort of what drew the mask to him.
Wow. Yeah, alright, this one does hit you as it approaches, and it once again is entering its defense mechanism as it slices at you twice. Because I like the glaive a lot. It's very fun. But it only hits you once, as the other one
And
once again misses.
It knocks my glasses off. I turn to it with hair disheveled to wipe the blood off my mouth, and it's like, please, sir, can I have some more?
You know what? Oh, I love this so much. This is good shit. Okay.
Jeremy's a sadist, confirmed.
Jeremy's a
Jeremy
sadist.
doesn't have
Or
inspiration.
masochist,
Can
not
we give
sadist.
him
Fuck.
inspiration?
I think, Jeremy hasn't gotten inspiration back in a while. Let's give him that for this. This is fun. Alright, Yuriko, you're gonna roll me another history check, because it's your turn. Also, I love the
Okay.
creepy-ass music I changed, too. It's my favorite track in Read Only Memories.
There it is. Bloop.
You're good. Alright, let's take you there. Actually, no, let's not. These two are still running this way, and you notice as these creatures, I'm gonna copy-paste them, are beginning to give chase. Oh yeah, you have to roll me another con save.
Yep.
This one you do fail, and I'm gonna make you take damage.
Cool.
As once again, this time it's a lot louder than the other one that was like you've already seen this. This one is saying you need to leave now. There is something, it is much louder than before. It is much louder than Nancy can even suppress, if Nancy was the one doing that before. There is something telling you, you need to wake up and stop watching this now. This is, get out. Basically. And it is a lot for you. It is very overwhelming.
Yeah.
As both of your friends are present, there's still a big part of you that's saying, I need to get out of here. As Nancy's trying to pull you along to follow younger you.
We can still escape. I know where Sir Oni didn't find in the forest the day after.
Yuriko, it's a dream. You're not in any danger here. You have to remember that. And Asmo, you see Nancy sort of look at you as if like for a moment, and then she looks over at what's happening over there, and she's like, "Oh, okay, I see." And she says, "You're going to be okay. We need to follow these two. Do you understand that, Yuriko? This is something that has to happen. And once again, you feel her pulling at you to follow along. But you don't have to move because that's the end of your turn.
Yep. Yuriko puts up a bit of resistance, but it's not so much that Nancy can't pull her.
Yeah. Jeremy, you got 2 boys and they keep missing you. And you scared them. And I have a new twist prepared. Thank you for that, Jeremy. This is gonna be fun. This episode rules. I'm having so much fun. This is great. Attack roll. Yeah, that hits this dude. I assume you're
That's
attacking...
going for the. Yeah, that's going for the first Oni, and this one will be for the second Oni.
Second one. That one hits him too. You are hitting so hard. You are kicking the ass, Jeremy. You are the best. I love it. Jeremy is keeping the defense on. Yeah, this thing is gonna do something different to you this time. It's not going to... Ooh, that hit you. It is not going to hit you with its glaive. It is instead going much more primal. And you've scratched enough people to know how it feels to be scratched when he scratches you.
Yeah.
He's gonna do it again because multi-attack. That one doesn't hit you. Your AC is way higher. If this started playing in an RPG, I was playing at Alt F for it. Dude, it made the game a horror game. It's such a good song. This one doesn't hit you, though. You're good. As it, once again, tries to scratch. It's almost... I'll say this. It's almost like it's glitching around you. Like, Yuriko is consciously aware that it's hurting you. That she's hurting you. And she's a kind person. She doesn't want to. And it's... You know, they're in such a vivid memory. She can't, like, keep that off. She's not like, oh, you know... Like, there's part of her that's like, don't hurt Jeremy, and then there's a part of her that's like, get this thing out of my brain. But it failed to hit you. And it's Asmodee's turn.
Hey, I don't know, I'm just following then.
That's fair. You can skip your turn if you want, because it's onto this Oni. And it's also clawing at you. It's becoming much more clear, I think, that that doesn't hit you. Neither does that one. Wow. Yeah, so yeah, you're good. Jeremy, you're just tough guy.
Jeremy has plot armor.
Jeremy does have plot armor, which is weird because this isn't even his
Or
plot.
muscle memory.
Or muscle memory. Yuriko, roll me your history check.
I appreciate that pun so much.
This, on a 16. Yeah, I'd say you're still kind of frozen as these two chase you. You know where they're going. But this is finally where you're like, I don't remember what happens next, and you're unsure if it's because you want to remember or not. Where it's like, oh, I might, you know, you're like, you know where they're going, you know where you're going. Roll me another con save, by the way.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you made that one. And again, the voice is still there, but it doesn't hurt you this time. It's not, it's more a thing of like, you don't want to approach what's about to happen. But Nancy is pulling you along and says, and this time I think you two can make some progress forward. Jeremy, will you?
I think at this point, Yuriko sort of like plants her feet, not in the like,
not like actually staying still, but like I'm doing this now.
No, more like she's like briefly rejecting to remember here.
Ah, yeah, Nancy, this is where Nancy's turning and saying, we can't stall this, Yuriko. Every minute you spend in here is less, every minute here is time that we have, that one is going to have a panic attack in the real world. And she points beyond the cabin. You know who she's referring to is big old Jeremy over there. You know what you're about to see, and I know that you know that. But we have to keep going.
Yuriko nods quietly.
Jeremy, will you roll me a insight and also reaction?
Yes, I will.
Oh my god, where were all these rolls last week?
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, you notice as these two stop paying attention to you. You can roll me a reaction for both of them. It is your turn, actually, because that's the end
Watch
of
him
your
roll that ones when we fight Crawford.
Oh
Do
my
you roll reactions?
basically you can roll to attack them as they move, but it's your turn, so you don't actually have to worry about reactions yet. So you can just attack them if you want. James out
First
here
attack
singing his song in
on
my chat.
first only.
Yep. Oh, that actually doesn't hit him.
Oh.
That makes sense though, because they're on the move.
Huh. Second attack on second only.
Also does not hit him. Oh no!
Oh.
That's okay, because they
What's running out of quickly?
they are moving. You notice, and now you can do your reaction. So you can use your sword only one attack on either of them, as they both leave your thing, unless they chose to disengage. But I don't think they would. Which one are you attacking?
Dealer's choice.
Okay, roll me your damage then, and I'll pick one. I'll apply it to the one that's weaker. Yeah. And then you can do it again for the other one.
Oh, yes, I will.
Yes, that hits him. Roll me your damage. As these two both approach, because it's, yeah. Because it's Asmo's turn, and he can choose to attack them anyways, because they're moving forward. So, Asmo, go.
Oh boy.
Both of you can roll me insight if you want. It'll be a pretty easy low insight check.
Yeah, I'll go with an insight.
Yeah, that insight check passes, and Jeremy's passes as well. So both of you realize, like, they, once again, it's kind of weird looking as their heads sort of, like, they go from looking normal to looking, like, almost through, and you realize both of them have started to target the main actual problem, which is the one that is actually forcing Yuriko through this dream. They no longer care about you, Jeremy, because if they don't get rid of Nancy, something bad is going to happen. That's what they're thinking. So, yeah. That's the insight that you're getting, is like, hey, stop them now or they will fight the blind woman. And I will also give you for free, as Nancy said, she's only half awake. She's only half asleep as she's maintaining this memory while keeping all three of you in it. So she's probably not going to be able to fight her way out if those things attack her. So, with that, Asmodai, it's your turn.
Yeah, shit, the fact that they moved really fucking ruined what I was going to do.
What were you going to do? I'm curious.
I was gonna try and Whales from the Grave.
They're still close enough to each other that you could do it.
Yeah, but
No.
he can't get sneak attack from here now because Jeremy's no longer within 5 feet.
Yeah, it has to be a sneak attack. And
Well, I mean, you could argue they're not exactly focused on you.
that's not how it works.
No,
it has to
the
be
way
an
that-
enemy.
Yeah, sneak attack can only work if they're next to an ally, which they are no longer next to you.
Yeah.
They're next to an ally, or you have advantage on the attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna steady aim this close.
That's fair.
I'm not gonna fucking shoot this close, so...
I mean, you can book it back. You can move and then attack, I will tell you that.
am-
Except when you steady aim, it's only if you haven't moved this turn.
Yeah.
He hasn't moved this turn. Oh, right.
Yeah,
And it
I can't
reduces your
move
speed to
at
0.
all.
Yeah.
I'm going to bonus action dash so that I can get with them,
Okay.
and then I'm going to shoot this guy
Okay.
from a distance. Shoot him with an ice arrow because
Also, I
extra
can stop
damage is
targeting.
nice.
I don't need to target anymore. Yeah, that hits this dude. Oh, you got the arrow effect!
Yes.
Yeah, you got him.
Did that do? I just want to make sure. Yeah, it did. Okay. And
Okay.
that's my turn.
And this guy already moved and can't hit anyone from that distance, so that's the end of his turn. Once again, history for me, Yuriko. I'm waiting for you to fail, but you're not gonna.
You never know.
What you rolled last time? There are so many Lord's Banes. Yeah, no. You make it, so I'm gonna do this. Boop. And I'm gonna delete these two. Give me a sec. You set these up so beautifully, and now I have to ruin them all. And then boop. And where is she? There she is. You two catch up. Oh, you super failed this one. This one is very painful, especially as you get up here. You notice, you remember this part the most clearly, as you were cornered at this cliff and couldn't get anywhere. And you remember trying to stand up to them and doing your similarly icy glare that you had done to your peers before. And as you do that, I think you remember it didn't work and they just kept approaching. And you remember freezing up, and that's where the big damage comes, as I think everyone, both of you two, Jeremy and Asmodai, notice literally everything in the dream except for the two sensor Onis that are fighting you. Everything freezes. Her dad freezes, the ritual pieces are frozen, the Onis are frozen. Yuriko, you've noticed everything. You haven't noticed, sorry. Everything has stopped moving. And there is an immense pain that goes through you that says, it's time to wake up now. And you hear that in Nisiko's voice. It's Nisiko saying, it's time to wake up now, Yuriko. And for a moment, I think you're also frozen here. Completely, as Nancy takes your hand once again. And once again, you remember, you're not in this, you're watching this from a peripheral view as Nancy takes you. But you did take immense damage, and Nancy's looking at you, kind of expecting you to say something. Oh, honey. With that, I'm gonna cliffhanger you and go back so that these two can fight. Where is it? There it is. It's Jeremy's turn.
Jeremy's gonna walk over, dragging his sword, and it's like, didn't your parents ever teach you manners? Before moving on to seconds, you finish what's on your plate!
I love him so much. This is the shit! I'll laugh so much if you say that and you miss. Shit, I'm sorry. He's just so angry, he's swinging wildly now. That one hits. Yeah, go ahead. Roll your damage.
13 damage.
Roll your damage. 13 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 dam You know what? Asmo, roll me insight.
Ooh boy.
Yeah, with that, you notice, like, as Phoenix said earlier, Jeremy looks like his glasses were knocked off, his hair looks messy. You notice now he's getting bigger. Jeremy is. As he gets angrier, he seems to be getting bigger, and you begin to realize what he's sort of turning into. Like, this is not human Jeremy that is fighting these Onis anymore. But that's the end of his turn, and this Oni is once again... You have a reaction, Jeremy, because once again, it's focusing on the big guy.
Oh, yeah, I am going to react.
Yeah, fair. That does not hit him.
Dang it.
So he moves over this way. And now, that's all it can do. It is your turn, Asmo. Look how creepy this thing is. Oh, this is good. Not now, Daycare Ladybot.
I am going to shoot the Oni closest to Jeremy.
Yes, I assume you want to do the sneak attack damage if it hits.
Yep. Please.
Yeah, that hits him. Nice.
So that'll be 10 plus sneak. 11.
Nice,
And then I'm going to Wails from the Grave.
Okay, roll me history when you do that.
Okay, give me 1 second. Because... there. I'm gonna get that set. Damage, 17 to him. History...
This one or this one? I don't remember which one you do damage
the other.
to. This one?
The other. It has to be someone else, yeah.
Gotcha.
And 6 for history.
Okay. Well, damn. Okay. So, I'll give you this. When you do the whales, as usual, it starts as Reaper, and then it turns into the poncho dude you haven't met. But something else very strange happens. Even though this dream is frozen right now, aside from the 4 of you, you see something appear here. And I didn't actually have an image ready for this. Shoot, hang on, just technical difficulties, because I wasn't planning on doing lore for anyone except Yuriko, but I have to do it here. Damn it, I have to break the action to do this, but it's very important to me that this happens. Okay. God, I'm sorry. Where the fuck is it? Where did I save that image to? No, I'm usually... No! Ah! Where is he? There he is. You see... I don't know if I can make him bigger. You see this figure appear here, and I'll put him here to be more visible. And he looks to you. You see him sort of doing the same thing you do whenever you do grave from the Wails from the Grave. You can almost feel like what you're doing is in perfect synchronization. But you only see him for a fleeting moment before he sort of fades and disappears. And you see him exactly on the ritual spot that the Onis respond.
Okay.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
I'm also going to say to Jeremy, you really need to calm down just a little bit.
Jeremy, roll me a Constitution saving throw. When he says that, Jeremy, you hear a voice that is telling you to ignore him. And I'll say right now, you don't recognize that voice at all. Currently, you do not recognize that voice. But it's this Oni's turn, and it, once again, you have a reaction, Jeremy. It is its turn, and once again, it is ignoring you. Yeah! Nope, that's a critical
God damn it.
fail. But, hey, I'm not as mean a DM as I used to be, so I'm not going to make you roll that. You also hear, both of you, I'm not going to make you make the check again. You hear that buzzing sound that the other one made when it called for help. But you don't see any more of these things appear here. So you can only assume more of them are appearing near the other one. And now it is Yuriko's turn. I'm going to go back here. And I'm not going to make you roll a history check. Just roll me a con save. Okay. This time, once again, you are frozen. But this time Nancy sort of forces you to look at her, and she looks at you, and she says, "Look at me, Yuriko. I know this is going to hurt you. And I know that you know what you're about to see. I know that you've been suppressing this for a long time. And I know this is going to hurt. But you need to know what happened. And you need to see this, even if it hurts you. And I know that this is going to feel like it's crushing you. And you're going to have to do whatever you can to make this hurt stay with you. Fight, kick, scream, blame gods, blame me for showing you, blame these monsters for whatever is about to happen. But you need to let this hurt in so that you can begin to heal. You are one of the most powerful, intelligent, and kind people I've ever met. If anyone can survive what you're about to see, it's you." And she's holding on to you tight by the shoulders as she says this, and she's looking you dead in the eye, which she's never been able to do before.
And though it's looking like it's causing her like physical discomfort to like slowly turn her head to what's happening, she's forcing herself to do so.
Both of you notice as these things disappear around you, and I'm gonna.
But she grabs Nancy's hand and is holding it tightly.
Nancy takes it as well. Hang on, let me spawn in the players. You two can catch up, and I'm not gonna fix your token this time, Jeremy. No. Hey. Hang on, I can't fix... Okay, apparently I broke Jeremy. That's cool.
Oh.
Yay.
Oh my god. Okay, hang on. I will fix this. Oh, I broke everything. Neat. Okay, whatever. And I'll fix it later. You two catch up, and you watch as this one approaches. And you notice this young, very young version of Yuriko is in fear. No, this one doesn't approach. This one does. And it's about to strike her as the young Niseko pushes her out of the way. You watch this thing's club come down and strike this one right on the head, snapping her neck and killing her instantly. And you watch as this now dead person is picked up by this Oni and swallowed whole. And through you, Asmodai, like literally through your body, you see a new person, if I can fucking find them, run through you. And if that's not right... Hey, that's supposed to be your mother. That's not your mother. Doesn't matter. This
Oop,
is...
I forgot to edit the default token.
That's
Oops.
okay. This is what she looks like, for those of you who are wondering. As she approaches, and she casts... Crown of Stars, and destroys these three in one fell swoop, leaving no trace of the young Nisako. And once again, the dream stops here. Or at least it slows as the three of you are kept in real time. I really want to fix Jeremy. Y'all can do whatever scene you want to do. Whoops.
Nisako was trying to think of a way out. I didn't want to run. I figured if I could scare them off, then they would stop bothering us.
Asmodai is just gonna walk
thought-
up and place a hand on Yuriko's shoulder.
Aww.
I thought I could protect her. She was the one who ended up protecting me.
Nancy's not super good at this. Oh, I totally broke Jeremy somehow. That's cool.
Maybe leave it up to my
It's
teammate.
broken before you got your hands on him.
She is bad at this, as she, but she
Maybe leave it up to Asmodai and Jeremy.
Yeah, she's just sort of standing there. She's not let go of you. It's just that, she's not great. Yeah, Jeremy, do you have anything to say as you just watched this happen?
Listen, I get it. You're hurting. You don't want to lose them. I know I don't want to lose the person I love. But, well, that's avoidable for me. It's already happened for you. You want to know what to do next? You let that pain burn you, engulf you in agonizing flame. And then you say, "This is only for me. Never will I allow it for anyone else. Never will I allow anyone else to feel this kind of pain." Do you hear me, Yuriko?
I can't prevent that from happening again.
You don't have to. Nancy finally perks up. To try and prevent a death from happening is to try and prevent life from doing what it's going to do no matter what. You shouldn't try to prevent death. You should simply try to keep living, even when death happens. Death isn't the end. It's just a checkpoint. Cheers. And I know that wherever Nisako did end up after this, she's been watching over you three. And she's going to take care of you no matter what. We should wake up. But for the record, I can help you say goodbye when this is all over.
Yuriko is going to say,
While I may not be able to prevent every death, I think there are still some that are within my control. And I'm going to, even if I can't save everyone, save those who I can. And then she turns to Jeremy and she says, we are going to get Ravinia back.
Yeah. We are.
I really wish I could fix this because the whole scene is ruined. Both of you notice something, and I think Nancy finally, as the dream is starting to end, or at least Yuriko's starting to finally actually wake up, Nancy says, by the way, when did the mask choose to join us? And Jeremy, finally, it's kind of dawned on you. I think you've been focused mostly on this, but you look down at your hands and you realize that you no longer look like Jeremy. You are the butcher once again, right before you wake up. But you do wake up, and sure enough, if I can fucking fix Jeremy's fucking token, I broke everything. Yeah, I'll get rid of this thing. Whoops. First of all, these two are actually over here now, like, being like, oh my god, wake up. And naturally, you notice, Yuriko, there is no Nisako in your group
I'm
anymore.
not in the scene.
Yes, you are? Oh. There. That should work. Yeah, you notice once again, but right away you hear him. God! Was that really only 5 minutes? It felt like fucking forever for me. Where the fuck have you three been?
Just tying up some loose ends.
You seem different. What happened to you?
Let's just say you don't have to put up with my nervous boy bullshit.
I don't know what you did, Yuriko, but I like this version a hell of a lot more. I'm gonna have to
I'm
fix.
just gonna turn to Nancy with a bit of wide eyes.
Well, she can't see you anymore.
Yeah.
But Nancy stands from that, and then she makes a sound like, dreams are strange like that. 5 minutes in the real world, forever in that dream. And I totally forgot that I had a broken hand. There's hardly any time to waste now. And
My thoughts exactly.
she, Yeah, Asmo, if you're looking at her wide-eyed, you're gonna have to tell her why, because she can't see that. The other two can, though. But she sort of waves her hand at this wall, and beyond all the clutter of the things that were damaged by her assailants, The wall sort of like opens almost like an archway, and you see a city, and it's nighttime, and I'm gonna have to end the session before you go there. And she says, "Lucky for you, he's an Ailton, isn't he? You know, there's no place quite like home." And that's where I'm gonna end this session. That went shorter than I thought it was going to. I thought you were going to fail a lot more con saves, Yuriko.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah. Next session will be next week. We'll start the next chapter. We're going to start ending Jeremy's arc, assuming I can fix his fucking token. This was a lot of fun. I was enjoying this. I've literally been preparing to do that scene for fucking months. I'll see y'all. I'm gonna see y'all.
If you can't figure it out, I'll try to do something.
Bye.
Yeah.